Welcome to a new edition of Zach's Rank Buy. I am Brian Bullen. I'm your aggressive growth stock strategist, and I've got two more stocks for your aggressive growth radar screen. And I'm going to tell you what, one of them is a big mover today, and one of them will probably be a big mover next week. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we got. We got DWave Quantum. DWave Quantum, and it's QBTS. And look at this stock. It is up 38% as of right now. It is May 8th, the morning of May 8th, and we see it 9:52. The stock just reported earnings and beat. It says Zach's rank number 2. That's a buy. F for value, D for growth. But I'm focusing in on these quantum names today, obviously because of DWave's big numbers. They posted $15 million in revenue. So we're trading a lot, 24 million shares, $2 billion market cap. We saw that there was a miss, but the stock spiked earlier in the year as we look at the chart there. Realign my drawings. But, you know, it shot up from 4 to 11. Now we go from 7 to 950. We're probably going to test that $10 level soon. But it's a big move in the quantum computing space. Okay, let's take a look at our numbers that we always look at. All right, so it was a miss and a meet and a miss. And we're going to call this a miss, but we'll see. That doesn't include this quarterly's numbers. But we can see that estimates have been trending higher: 9 cents to 5 cents, 10 cents to a loss of 7. Full year going from a loss of 38 to a loss of 25, and next year going a loss of 33 to 27. Those are all good news numbers. Now we can see here that the estimate for this quarter for sales was $10 million, and they posted 15 million. That's 1.5, and then I'm going to put the M there if I can. That's pretty good. So that implies, are we going to have 15 million throughout every quarter? Maybe, maybe not. But if we did, that would make this number skyrocket higher, and I think that's what everyone's thinking about. So this 163% growth number ratchets up huge. So does this one. So obviously growth is the idea. If you're bringing in more sales, you're going to have good growth. You should get better earnings if you do a little bit of operational efficiency, and everything will work itself out if you're long the stock. All right, 29 times book, huge price, and 220 times sales. There's no PEs because they're not making money. And you see last quarter, there was a big contraction in revenue, but this quarter it's going to be up. So quarter was out this morning. So that's why we've got all these stale numbers. I'm sure the Zach system will catch up tonight. So the idea here is it's a new quantum computing. It's a new thing. So the value of it is pretty big. So your price to book is going to be pretty big, but this number is going to obviously come in because of all the expected growth. So still a stock that I want you to keep on your radar screen. Let's take a look at the chart. We can see probably a SPAC, here hanging out at $10, gets affirmed, comes in the tech rec of 22, just hanging out, left for dead underneath $2 for a very long time. Then all of a sudden there's the quantum kind of breakthrough, and then we pop up, go down, we pop up again, we go down, and we're going to pop up again. Now, if we get another pop and it gets up to 12, this thing could really be off to the races. So I want to keep this stock on your radar screen. It's QBTS. It's DWave Quantum. All right, let's go to our next one. Now, our next one was a Zach's rank 2 until this morning. It is now a Zach's rank 3, but that happens just in front of earnings. And this stock is going to report earnings next week after the market closes on May the 12th, as you can see right here as I'm highlighting. It's Regetti Computing. Regetti, RGTI is the stock. And we can see it's having a nice day in sympathy, with QBTS, with the DWave. So it's over $10 now. And we're going to take a look at the history of this one. We can see that it's been much higher. All right, 23 million shares traded already today, 2.64 billion on the market cap. No longer just a science experiment, as one market observer called it not too long ago. So we had a miss, we had a beat, and then a couple meets. So a little bit better than what we thought, but than we saw, I guess, in DWave. But, it's all coming down to this coming quarter. Estimates now holding still. So a few days ago, this 8 was there. This 28 was up a little bit higher. This 24 was up a little bit higher. So now, since estimates are held still over the last 60 days, as we can see across the board here, that puts it at a Zacks rank 3. Without that movement in your estimates, you're not going to have movement in the rank. All right, so here is the thing. We're looking for $2.5 million in sales for the quarter at a loss of $0.05. And we know that the company said that they're going to start rolling out their product late in the first quarter, early second quarter. They said that at the beginning of the year. So I'm looking for the guidance for this quarter to be the thing that really makes it happen. So I think we could have a huge move there. So 14 million on the top side is 34%, but then next year they really blow it off, 38 million to 160% growth on the top line. Love to see it. That's going to be a rocket ship ride higher. Again, no earnings and a healthy price to book at 20 times versus his 29 times, and a bigger price to sales and contraction in revenue, just like we saw. But we're going to have earnings next week. Keep that in mind because this stock could really rocket higher. That's what I think. Okay, so we saw this stock trading, at $1 or below with a beat, and then launch to almost $20. Come back in as NVIDIA says Quantum isn't going to be around for a while. Then we're bouncing around, but now we're back over 10, and it wouldn't surprise me a bit to see this stock touch around $14 if we get a similar style earnings announcement from Regetti next week, and a little bit of a guide higher. So it's Regetti and Quantum, DWave Quantum. All right, that's it for this week. Be sure to join me next week when I've got 2 more stocks for your aggressive growth radar screen. But until then, why don't you go to Zacks.com/promo to check out all of our latest promotions.